Now in the previous video we derived that your instantaneous current I could be found out by using the peak current or the maximum current with sine omega t. Now for those who are not able to understand or aren't aware how it is derived, let us start doing this derivation for now. So let us consider that I have magnet around here, maybe say north and south. As per the convention, this is the convention of the flow of current from the north to the south. So let me consider one coil, or you can say a coil placed around here, which is moving with an angular velocity omega. Okay, so now what happens is your angular displacement of the coil, I can say angular displacement of the coil, it is always equals to velocity into time. Angular velocity into time, right? This is the very basic definition of what velocity is, which is equals to omega into t is your angular displacement. Your instantaneous flux, which is, you can say, phi at a time t, instantaneous flux is always equals to NBA, do you remember, cos of omega t. Let us say this is our equation number 1, your instantaneous flux, right? Now if I have to find the maximum flux, what the value would be? The flux naught, the maximum would be when your cos will be equals to 1, so it will be NBA, right? Let us put the equation number 2 in equation number 1. We get our instantaneous flux phi at any point t would be equals to phi naught multiplied by cos omega t, because it is clearly evident that NBA, which is equal to phi naught, can be substituted over here. Okay, the equation remains the same. So now what we are trying to do now is, let us recall Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. What does the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction has to say? So Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction says that E is equals to minus negative of the flux gradient d phi upon dt, which is equals to minus of d upon dt, that is d of NBA cos omega t. Alright, now the things become very simpler. You can take out the constant outside. What is constant? Negative of NBA is the constant, and you can derive d by dt with respect to cos of omega t. Since we all know that derivative of cos is always negative of sine, so I'll be doing all the steps. That would be, I'll say the negative gets plus, so that is NBA sine omega t into derivative of omega t. Now again, derivative of omega t would be omega. Hence, I can write E is equal to, what can you conclude? NBA is a constant, omega sine omega t, right? Let this be my question number 3. Now for the peak value of EMF, sine omega t should be equal to 1, right? So that is E naught should always be equal to NBA omega when sine is equals to 1. But in this value, in our equation number 3, since NBA omega is equals to E naught, we get E is equals to E naught sine of omega t. Now we all know that I is equals to what? I is equals to E upon R, that is V by R, your basic Ohm's law. which should be greater than equal to, you can say, let me just say, sorry, just let me say your I, which is equals to V by R, is your basic equation. Let me substitute the value of E in this equation. So I will be equal to E naught sine of omega t divided by R. Now, since we all know E naught upon R naught will be is equals to I naught. This is very basic, like the max current will be equal to what? Max voltage divided by R. I'll be substituting this value somewhere around here. Let's see how. I'll say that my I is equals to I naught of sine omega t multiplied by R upon R. Remember, I told you I'll be substituting it at. How did I substitute? E naught is equals to what? I naught multiplied by R from this equation, right? Which is what I substituted, I naught and R. Now R and R gets cancelled out, which is how I derive this equation. The formula is very important and forms the basic of your chapter, I naught sine omega t. I hope this derivation is clear, how we derive this formula. Thank you.